Today we are in the shop talking about bias cutting chain link fence. Now what is bias cutting? Well, that is a term referred to for cutting chain link fabric when your gate or fence is at an angle. Imagine this is the ground. We have a nice flat surface or flat grade. This would not apply to this situation, but let's say you're on a hillside with a good steep angle. How do you get the chain link to sit properly at the top of the gate or fence? Well, we're going to show you how. Let's go ahead and throw this gate up on the table and I'll show you how to do a bias cut chain link gate. So now that we have our gate on the table, we're ready to put some chain link on this gate. The very first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you're putting the chain link on the proper side of the gate. This particular gate is custom made for an upcoming job, and it has 3 inches of drop over about a 4-foot span. So the high side of the gate is going to be the left side if you're looking at the finished fabric. So we're going to start by lining up our chain link on top of the gate, and it's really important in this first step to get the wire flush with the top so that the chain link is slightly slanted with the gate. So now that we have the wire laid out and it's flush with the top of the gate, you may notice that there's a little bit of a gap down here in the bottom corner. So we're going to be pulling this wire over to close that gap. And when we do, you notice that the top side of the gate now has wire sticking over. So that is what we're going to be cutting and removing. And the best way to do this is to try and visualize where the tension bar is going to jump to the next diamond. So you can see if we put it into this one, it's getting awful close to our gate frame, so we may want to jump at this point over to the next diamond. And that would mean we would need to cut here and remove this top piece up and out. Now that we've cut the wire, we're just pulling this strand out of here to get it out of the way. Once that's out of the way, we're taking another look at the top of this to see if it is still flush, and it is. And we still have some wire hanging over the gate. So we're going to want to do another cut somewhere up in here for the tension bar to go ahead and jump into the next diamond. And then we'll just remove this little piece. So hopefully this will give you a good visual as to kind of what the idea is here. We're trying to make the chain link as in line with this gate upright as possible without hanging over. So now that we have 2 cuts on this side, hence a bias cut, we're now ready to stick our tension bar all the way up and through. And to do that, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up to the very first cut. And when we get up here, we're going to simply jump to the next diamond over. Now, in this particular gate, we have one side completed and we're ready to put on our bands or gate clips. This particular gate is taking gate clips. So we're going to go ahead and insert these on the side we just got done cutting. Now that we have the very first side done, we're on the other side of the gate. And this is where we're going to pretty much mimic what we did on the other side, but the opposite, so to speak. I like to start at the top corner here, and we're going to simply get this hand tight and see where a good starting point would be for our tension bar. So if you notice, this one is probably the one we're going to want to cut out and remove so that the tension bar can start close to the gate upright. So let's go ahead and cut this one and remove it. You also notice too that the one that we're cutting out is actually sticking well past down here. So that's a good thing. That's what we want. We're going to go ahead and cut it and get it out of the way. Now we can remove all of this extra wire and get it out of our way so that we can visualize where to cut. An important part in doing this is making sure that as you're doing it, you're pulling it with your hands to keep it somewhat hand tight. And you can see here, we got a really good starting spot up in this top corner where the tension bar is far enough away for the gate clips to still pinch. And we're going to just kind of visualize where the next jump is going to be. And I would say we would want to jump it probably into this diamond or this one. So we're going to go ahead and cut it here and remove this one in this direction. Another good tip is on the first side, we cut and we removed this direction. And now that we're on the opposite side, we're going to be cutting and moving the other direction. So it looks like we can jump into this diamond. So we're going to go ahead and cut it here, and we'll remove the part that is hanging over the gate still. And so now we have our first picket, and we can visualize the tension bar going in. It'll then jump to this diamond, and we're still pulling it hand tight to see. And you notice the chain link's getting really close to the gate upright. So we're going to need to jump it one more time down here, and we'll say probably right here, and then we'll be removing this strand in this direction. And just like the very first one, we can now get a visual going down the actual gate upright of a piece of chain link that's in line with this gate upright. Now we're ready to go ahead and throw in our tension bar. Now that we have the tension bar in, you can see we still have a bit of a gap here, and that's a good thing because we still need to put on our gate clips, and we're going to want to apply some tension to get the chain link tight. So having a little gap like this is what you're looking for. All right, so now that we have inserted the tension bar and put on our gate clips, that's pretty much a wrap for the actual bias cutting of this gate. We're going to go ahead and finish this up like we would any other gate. Now, bias cutting is tricky, and the more you do, the better you're going to get at it. And not every single time will you want to cut just twice. It depends on the slope or the grade of the ground. The steeper the angle, the more you're going to be cutting and removing pickets. The less of an angle, the less of a pain in the butt it can be. This particular gate turned out really good where the wire is nice and flush across the top of the gate. We had a gate earlier where we were training a few people on how to do this, and I'll give you an example of one that's okay, but not quite there. So here's another gate that's going to be going out with the same project. And you can see that we're looking at the top of this chain link at the top of the gate, and it starts out good, but the guy just got a little ahead of himself, and you can see the wire progressively getting lower. And is it the end of the world? No, but we are going to take the time to fix this. And it does take time and several attempts to get the hang of this because it's really confusing and it's hard to teach somebody how to do this. It's really a feel it out type of a thing. So that's a wrap on how to put in a successful bias cut into a gate. This would also apply if you're installing normal fence out in the field. Don't worry if your first attempt is not so great. It does take a few tries to get the hang of it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.